Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sorry We're Closed, episode 18, I believe we're on now. And after the shit show that last weekend was with indoor dining, we have the main event, which is this weekend. So like I've told you guys in previous episodes, the weekend after Labor Day is considered like opening weekend of Hoboken. Hoboken season is for the fall and winter. Early spring still you still have good crowds, and then summer kind of slows down, and everyone goes down the shore. So this is now the weekend after Labor Day, and we have opening weekend of Hoboken. Bet your ass the cops will be out, the fire marshal will be out, ABC will probably be out. Everyone's going to be out making sure, especially this year, making sure everyone's following coronavirus. You know, the executive order from Governor Murphy, making sure all the rules are being followed. And like I said, like you guys have heard in my last podcast, if last weekend was any indicator of how much our customers would like to listen to us and our rules, this will inevitably be a nightmare to deal with. So, because we're expecting, 10 times the amount of people wanting to be at Green Rock. And, obviously it doesn't change how many people we can let into the bar. So that doesn't change. But, social distancing, a line, that's very difficult. And all of these other good things, it's kind of going to be a shit show. So this is where we're at. So being the person that I am and being a guy that, obviously if you don't know already, I obviously think social media is very important to growing a brand and having all of those things. And I think it can be a very valuable part of your life. I think it can be a meaningful, financial part of your life as well. I mean, you can make money. Obviously, that's been proven on social media. You can make a lot of money on social media. Barstool Sports has pretty much made their living off that. Not pretty much. They have made their living off that and content and stuff like that. So being the guy that I am and having that same viewpoint, I have thought of an idea. And it involves Sunday Fun Days at Green Rock and everything that goes involved in them. The idea is to almost create like a docu-series of each Sunday Fun Day in the fall. So now this would be great content no matter what. It's probably going to be even better content with so much more happening during a pandemic and a coronavirus pandemic, trying to navigate the mayhem that is Sunday Fun Days in general, but then added on all these rules of no standing, no dancing, you got to be 6 feet apart, you got to be wearing a mask when you leave your table, all these little nuances, not to mention that, a line, trying to social distance a line is going to be difficult. We never had a line at Green Rock this summer, but we had opportunities to have one at some points, and I didn't allow it. I told people we wouldn't be seating people, for another 30 minutes. You go away, come back later. So I didn't want to deal with that. The social distancing a line is very difficult, and you need a lot of staff to do it. And we've staffed every bouncer that we've ever known for this weekend. We've staffed all the waitresses, all the bartenders, every single person has ever pretty much walked or worked at Green Rock has the ability is working for us this weekend. In 12-hour shifts, we're talking, 10 a.m., 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. is when we'll be done. We'll let a lot of people off, but, you're talking crazy shifts right now. Trying to manage all this, I think, is a hotbed for content. I think it's going to be insane trying to manage. I think I don't know how it's all going to work, but it's going to be crazy. So with that being said, I also have mic packs that I bought, a little while ago with a content idea that just never really panned out. It was actually the original idea of Sorry We're Closed was to do all the shoots in Green Rock late night while we're closed, and sit down and have a drink with these interesting people and just talk, talk shop. As you guys have seen, the people that I bring on here, I try to have a little bit more of just a conversation rather than almost like a talk show, but rather than having, the typical interview questions of, oh, how'd you get into baseball? Or, how'd you get into Barstool? Or, so on and so forth. I want, people when they hear Jared Carrabis or they hear Eric Hubbs, or I'd probably bring on Marty Mush here eventually and all these other guys, and Will Middlebrooks and some baseball players, they don't hear what they could have heard in an interview on ESPN or the interview somewhere else. I have to separate myself a little bit somehow. So that was the original idea, but then I realized I had to be Jimmy Fallon in order to get all these people to Green Rock, especially during a pandemic. So I was like, well, it's better off to do it this way than to try to do it in that way, because it was going to be impossible, really. So now I had these mic packs, and I was like trying to figure out a way to use them. Green Rock, as great of a bar as that is, we're trying to find out new content stuff for that. But I have so much going on with my own stuff, I can't really put effort into creating content for Green Rock. And this way, this is going to be content for myself along with Green Rock. So it just all kind of came together for us. With that being said, it's going to be crazy. I'm going to mic up myself. I'm going to mic up my partner, Brandon. I was going to mic up my other partner that works for me as the operating partner, a guy by the name of HJ. He is the head bouncer. He's a partner with us there. But I'm a little concerned at some of the things he says, so we're not going to mic him up, at least as of right now. We're thinking maybe we'll use the third mic to mic up maybe DJ, one of our DJs I like. Maybe I'll mic up our cook, but that Matt might get in his way. Maybe a different staff member, maybe bartender, something like, give each a bartender like a hot mic one night, like just kind of like they do in baseball, where different players get it. Maybe this Sunday I'll hot mic one of my one of the bartenders. Then next week we'll be hot micing one of the servers. I think that could be cool. And I remember seeing a meme going around. Actually, I think one of the waitresses or old bartenders actually brought it up to the old partners before I was an owner there to do this. And I saw a meme going around that people should set up an interview room, kind of like they do in the office, and let staff go in there and kind of vent every now and again. I think that would be amazing for content. I'm not sure that my staff can handle doing that along with doing their job. It'd be a real shame. Where we need someone, because it's going to be busy. It's going to be a real shame to need someone and then be venting in the interview room. But I think it could be really cool. And we actually have a room for it now because our DJ's outside. The DJ booth that we have, it's its own little room, and it can be private room, can go in there and kind of vent. It's actually a pretty cool space for it. So it's there's so much that we can do with this. It makes a lot of sense to play with it. And also, not to mention, you'll see a little bit of the inside of how it is to operate a bar. And a lot of people, think when if they buy Green Rock, it's, you get drunk for a living, which, one, by the way, gets really old. But two, it's not that. It takes a lot of effort to manage this place and make sure that people are doing what they need to be doing at the right times, and making sure one of my roles over at Green Rock is to deal with the city and the state and make sure that we're following their rules, along with having a great relationship with them and the landlord. I think even those guys, if they end up watching these docuseries over at Green Rock, they'll see just how much we're trying to follow the rules and what we're trying to do, instead of them just coming in just saying, oh, well, maybe they're over capacity, the assholes over at Green Rock not caring again. They'll actually see that, no, like, my bouncer got yelled at once, because we were over before, we got it under, then it kind of snuck in again, like, he's not sure what's happening. They'll see a little more behind the scenes of, hey, look, this isn't just Green Rock being Green Rock. They're trying, just sometimes things go wrong, which is normal for any bar. But I think there's just, again, like I said, there's just so much there for Green Rock to take advantage of and to show the world kind of what it's like to be working there, what it's like to be a partner there, what it's like to be an operating partner there, because that's different too. Because I got a bunch of partners that don't do anything. They have either their own restaurants or they just wanted to be a silent investor, stuff like that. But we have a lot of guys there that do a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of things that you would never know is going on unless you saw it. And I think this guy, I'm trying to figure out who I want to be my cameraman and stuff like that, because you got to follow around pretty much me and Brandon, who's my partner, who I'm also going to mic up. You got to follow us around, that's like the one major hiccup I'm not sure how I'm going to solve yet. So if you live in the Hoboken area, Jersey City area, and you're a camera guy, let me know, because I might need you. So we're trying to figure it all out, but I think there's so much room for content there. There's so much good PR there for us, and there's so much you can do with video content that I can put on TikTok. Which, by the way, I always have this one damn TikTok that gets better. Like every other day, all of a sudden it gets like 4,000 views, 4 more thousand views. I don't know why, but it does. And to my point, it's a video of Green Rock, which means that I would go great on Green Rock if I could just get more great on TikTok if I just get more Green Rock content, which, once again, Sunday Fundays would do. So that's the idea. I'm curious what you guys think of it. I think it's brilliant. But a lot of the things, me and my brother have a rule here that if we think something is great as far as content is concerned, it usually is a horrible idea. Every time I post a TikTok or an Instagram, I'm like, that was amazing. That thing's going to crush. I go onto TikTok or Instagram and no one gives a shit about it. So I'm curious what you guys think, thoughts are. Please, let me know when you listen to this episode. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you think might be hiccups. If you're a camera guy that wants to work for cheap or free, that'd be better. And you're in the area, come. I would love to have you follow me around and do this. Because I'm going to need some help. I need some help pulling this off, making sure this all works. And Miranda, shout out Miranda, needs stuff. She's already making a list for me of the things that she needs in order to make this whole thing work. So let me know what you guys think. And pray for me this weekend, because it is going to be probably a nightmare. If it has any indication of what last weekend was and how many people I had to yell at, it was just one headache after the other. I think this weekend's going to be probably that times infinity. So should be an interesting one. But hopefully if you're in the area, come check out Green Rock this weekend. It's going to be a zoo. Make sure you come on Saturday. Sunday, unless you've bought a table on Sunday, then come Sunday. But Sunday is I think, pretty sold out. And we're not letting walk-ups come, because that just creates even more issues. So come up on Saturday, come up on Friday. Check us out. Come say hi, take a shot with me. I'll probably need it. So check this out. Check the YouTube page. That's where all that stuff's going to go. I mean, obviously the video content from this type of stuff is going to be on TikTok. It's going to be on Instagram. It's going to be on YouTube. The full video will be on YouTube. The other clips will be on TikTok and Instagram. But go check us all out over there and all that good stuff, like I say every week. And again, I appreciate you guys listening. And until next time, guys, I'll see you at the bar.